Absolutely confirmed. Tottenham, certain Morgan Gibbs-White deal is done despite Nottingham Forest's legal threats. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham Hotspur remain unwavering in their belief that the deal to sign Morgan Gibbs-White from Nottingham Forest is sealed, despite the drama currently unfolding at the City ground. As initially reported by TBR Football, tensions have escalated behind the scenes after Forest owner Evangelos Marinakis was left furious that details of the player's £60 million release clause were leaked into the public domain. Marinakis is now reportedly exploring legal action against Spurs, alleging an illegal approach for the 24-year-old England international. However, according to Fabrizio Romano, Spurs are entirely unfazed by these manoeuvres. Inside sources at Hotspur Way are confident that Forest are simply delaying the inevitable rather than possessing any real grounds to derail the move. In Tottenham's view, the clause was activated in accordance with the rules. The player wants the move, and the club has done nothing wrong. In truth, this is the kind of high-stakes wrangling in which Daniel Levy thrives. The Spurs chairman, known for his steely resolve and sharp negotiation skills, is reportedly treating the current standoff as just another day in the office. Tottenham are adamant. The contract has been triggered, personal terms have been agreed, and Morgan Gibbs-White is on his way to North London. What's more, those close to the player confirm that Gibbs-White is fully committed to the switch. He is believed to be eager to link up with new Spurs boss Thomas Frank, who views him as a key component in his new-look midfield. Gibbs-White is also keen on competing in the Champions League, a level of football Forest simply can't offer. Reports that Gibbs-White was left out of Forest's recent friendly against Chesterfield only fueled speculation that a deal was imminent. While Forest claimed he had been granted extended leave following international duty with England, sources suggest this was as much about keeping him out of the spotlight as it was about rest. Within the Tottenham camp, preparations are already being made to integrate Gibbs-White into the squad. With pre-season fixtures against Reading and Luton Town fast approaching, Thomas Frank is keen to have the attacking midfielder involved immediately to aid his tactical transition. The Danish manager views Gibbs-White as a versatile, technically gifted playmaker who can operate centrally or in wide areas, vital to Spurs' fluid style going forward. Despite Marinakis' frustration at losing two of Forest's key attacking stars, with Anthony Elanga having already joined Newcastle in a £55 million deal, Spurs insiders insist there is no turning back. The money has been tabled, the player has chosen his path, and the official announcement is expected within days, possibly as early as Monday. In the end, Forest's complaints are viewed by many at Spurs as little more than a public protest against a process they were contractually powerless to stop. As one source close to the deal put it, "This is just noise. Morgan's made his mind up, and there's nothing Forest can do to stop it now. Spurs fans should remain patient. Morgan Gibbs-White will be wearing lily white soon enough." Unwavering Wissa makes his transfer desire clear as Tottenham express interest. Spurs are battling two other Premier League sides for Unwavering Wissa, who has now made a decision on his future at Brentford. Over the last few days, several outlets have reported that Tottenham are pushing ahead with a move for Wissa, with Thomas Frank reportedly keen on bringing the striker to N17. However, according to a recent update by The Standard, Brentford are desperate to hold on to Wissa, with the new Bees head coach Keith Andrews seeing the centre-forward as a key part of his setup. It has now emerged that Congo International is taking matters into his own hands amidst the growing interest in his services. Wissa is pushing to leave Brentford amid Tottenham links. According to a new report in TalkSport, the former Lorient man is now pushing to exit the West London club this summer as the race for his signature intensifies. The outlet backs up what we have heard previously by revealing that Nottingham Forest have already had an offer rejected by the Bees for Wissa this summer, but the two clubs are thought to be continuing talks. Additionally, Newcastle are also keeping close tabs on the 28-year-old situation as they consider making a move. However, the outlet says that Wissa is keen to reunite with Frank at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium after the Lilywhites expressed an interest in bringing him through the door. It is claimed by TalkSport that Brentford have slapped a £50 million price tag on the striker, even though he only has a year left in his contract. Despite Wissa's keenness to join Spurs, It is asserted that Forest might become favourites to land the player if Morgan Gibbs-White's move to Tottenham is finalised. The Midlands club's coffers will get boosted to the tune of £60 million if the midfielder joins the North Londoners, and they could use the fee to secure the services of the Brentford star. Tottenham eyeing world-class Bundesliga star, £30 million asking price. Spurs have reportedly identified Bayern Munich's Joao Palhinha as a target to help bolster Thomas Frank's midfield. Caught Offside reports that Spurs want Palhinha, who has Premier League experience, for his strength and quality. The Portuguese has struggled since joining Bayern from Fulham last summer and looks to be available for sale at the right price. Palhinha appeared just once in the Bundesliga champions FIFA Club World Cup campaign, and limited game time could lead to a departure. He was a hit at Craven Cottage and holds similarities to Arsenal signing Christian Norgard, with whom Frank wanted a reunion. Spurs set sights on Palhinha. Bayern have named their price for the Portuguese midfielder. Bayern are thought to be demanding around £30 million for the 34-cap Portugal international, who also received interest from Manchester United. Aston Villa are reportedly also keen, and the Germans are prepared to take a significant hit on the £44 million they paid Fulham for his services. West Ham are also set to enter formal negotiations for Palhinha, but Spurs can offer him Champions League football. The Lily-Whites midfield is an area that transfer chiefs will look to improve this summer after a disappointing Premier League campaign. GiveMeSport sources have revealed that the club are hoping a bidding war will ignite for Yves Bissouma, who is up for sale. The Malian midfielder is on Juventus's radar, while his former club Lille are also showing interest. Tottenham may be preparing to shift their transfer focus towards Xavi Simons, even with the deal for Morgan Gibbs-White progressing. According to multiple reports in The Athletic and GiveMeSport, Spurs have reignited interest in the Dutch wonderkid, with senior correspondent Ben Jacobs confirming that the club have already made contact over a potential move. Simons, who enjoyed a stellar season at RB Leipzig, is pushing for a move away after Leipzig failed to qualify for European competition for the first time since their promotion to the Bundesliga. Despite having only joined the club permanently in January, the Netherlands international has made it clear he wishes to depart, scoring 10 goals in 25 league appearances and proving to be one of the Bundesliga's standout performers. Sources close to Hotspur Way indicate that Tottenham are seriously considering Simons as a key figure in their summer rebuild, and crucially, that a deal for the Dutchman would not rule out the arrival of Morgan Gibbs-White. The two targets are viewed as complementary rather than exclusive, with Spurs now operating from a position of significant financial power. That power has been greatly enhanced by the expected completion of the stadium naming rights agreement, which is believed to be in the final stages of negotiation with a Saudi Arabian investment group. This landmark commercial deal could inject hundreds of millions into the club's long-term financial plan, providing ample firepower for Tottenham to operate aggressively in the market this summer. Having already secured Mohamed Kudus from West Ham and pushing through the final details for Gibbs-White, Spurs are determined to build a top-level squad for Champions League football under new manager Thomas Frank. The Danish coach has been heavily involved in the transfer strategy and has reportedly given the green light for a major push to bring Simons to North London. Xavi Simons represents a long-term elite-level investment. At just 21, the former PSG prodigy has already shown flashes of brilliance in both League One and the Bundesliga. Many analysts and insiders believe Simons possesses a higher ceiling than Gibbs-White, with the added benefit of being 3 years younger. While Gibbs-White is admired for his Premier League experience and international recognition with England, Simons is considered a potential global superstar in the making. Tottenham are also well positioned to tempt Simons thanks to their Champions League qualification, a factor that Leipzig cannot offer next season. The club is now viewed across Europe as a serious contender, both on and off the pitch, and players of Simons' calibre are beginning to take notice. With more business expected in the coming weeks and a £300 million transfer budget reportedly sanctioned by Chairman Daniel Levy, the Simons deal could be the next major move in what is shaping up to be one of the most ambitious summers in Tottenham's modern history. Spurs fans should buckle up. This window is far from over. That wraps up today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for our latest content. Be sure to give this video a like and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow the Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for tuning in, and as ever, come on you Spurs!